What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk about the next step in my journey to building a one product store in Germany. So the first thing I want to talk about is that I recently have ordered samples. If you guys watched my previous video, I went ahead and ordered them with my logo on them. So I'm going to show you in this video exactly how to get your logos onto your products. Without using AliExpress, also using a alternative method. We're going to go ahead and talk about why I chose specifically a one product store. So there's also, when you're trying to advertise on Facebook, you get a lot more trust towards your brand or product when you have your logo on it. If you think about it, if you go to any store, it doesn't even have to be an online store. If you go to Walmart or something, you'd rather buy, a product that has a brand on it or a brand logo on it instead of a generic product that doesn't have any branding or logo or anything. There's more of a trust factor when people come onto your website and see that you have a branded product and the actual logo that you put on your product that was in the ad creatives are the same ones that match in your store. And that's something that's very hard to compete with, especially if you're jumping on the German marketplace or unsaturated marketplaces, because there's already a higher barrier to entry. So when you do this, you make it even more harder for people to compete with your product. Um, so there's more product brand loyalty and recognition. So the more ads you run over time, people are going to start recognizing your brand, remembering your logos, and once you get those initial buyers, those people that are are have already bought products from your store and they're going to return to it. They're going to see your ads again, and then they're going to be like, oh yeah, I bought this product, I remember this brand. So they're going to come back to your store and possibly buy even more products that you may add in the future. Also, people would rather buy branded products like generic. I already said that. And also another great thing too is you can charge more for your product. So for people that are selling a generic product, let's say, I don't know, the posture corrector, a lot of people were just selling that without actually branding it. If you're able to take that product and let's say it was selling for $25 and you put your logo on it and make it a really nice, simple, clean looking logo, put it on that product, you're going to be able to brand it more because people associate brands with I guess this sort of premium or this sort of uh, you know ability to mark stuff up. If you think of stuff like Gucci or Supreme, it's a simple logo they put on clothes and shoes and all this other stuff, but they're able to mark it up a lot because it's that brand. It's just that brand mentality. It's a whole mindset. It's a very cool, like, psychological concept that you don't really think about, but it's a very good marketing technique. Taking these simple things and putting a specific brand on them, so people automatically assume that it's better quality or it's something better than a competitor's just because it has a brand name on it. So that's cool because you can charge more for your products. Like me personally, um, I was originally selling my product for, I think, like 40 something dollars, and once I get my brand or my logo onto it, I'm gonna start selling it for 59, close to $60, because I know that by doing this, people are going to associate with this brand like, oh, okay, this must be a higher quality brand, this must be well known, or I trust this. So that's something you guys need to keep in mind. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can put your logo onto your product. It's very easy, and creating your logo is very easy as well. I'm going to show you what website you can use. So going on to the next thing, there are also some disadvantages when doing branding or putting your logo onto your products. So one thing is you need to order in bulk. Like, you can't do it through AliExpress. You might be able to. I've never tried it before. But if you guys know my background, I used to do Amazon FBA. I didn't do so well with that, but I gained a lot of experience and I made a lot of mistakes, but I was able to correct those mistakes and try and figure out exactly what I did wrong. But I figured out how to do a lot of branding stuff, like putting my logo on my product, figuring out how to take your product and ship it over, and trying to build a brand. Like, these things are very important because we're trying to jump into business for the long term, not for the short term. You want to get to the point to where you get your brand all the way up there, and then you want to have an exit plan, be able to sell that brand for millions of dollars. That's the plan. That's my plan on what I want to do. So one of the disadvantages is that you need to order in bulk, and the way you can do that through AliExpress, I believe. But the best way that you guys can do this and get a discount for ordering in bulk is using Alibaba, and that's also the site where you can go onto and order your products. And put your logo on it as well. All you have to do is create a simple logo. You can hire someone on Fiverr to do it for $5. They'll create you a clean one. You just got to give them, your logo name. So let's say I wanted to sell the posture corrector, right? Maybe I wanted to have my logo say posture fix or something like that, and I wanted to have that as a logo. You can go on Fiverr, pay someone to do it, or you can go on sites like Canva, and you can. It's really easy to use, and it's free as well. So you can go on there, take different shapes, put them together, and really just put your logo on there. They have a lot of different text fonts you can use as well. So on Alibaba, let's say we want to sell the posture corrector. So we'll go ahead, um, put that in. So the posture corrector. Now, like I said, you would have to order in bulk. Now, some suppliers, this is very rare, but they will let you, uh, order a small order quantity of your product in bulk to put your logo on it, and then you can sell it. But you guys got to understand that the more that you buy in bulk, the less the cost is per unit. So, and every supplier is different. You got to figure out which ones have a minimum order quantity for a certain amount of units. One supplier might be like, hey, uh, we can only put your logo on your product if you order at least 10. And of course, like I said, the more you order together, the lower the cost is going to be for putting the logo on it, and also for manufacturing that product. Now, once you get your logo onto it, it's very simple. You just send the file over to suppliers. Let's say we wanted to do this one, right? All you have to do, like Alibaba is very similar to AliExpress. All you have to do is just contact the supplier here. Sometimes even if you didn't want to put your logo on your product, you could also even try and order it from Alibaba, because usually Alibaba has they have faster shipping times. It's not 30 days. It's usually 10 to 15, somewhere around there. But you can go ahead and contact the supplier. It's very easy to do, and you want to ask them what their minimum order quantity is to put logos on the product, what their cost for shipping time is, and take that and trying to compare it to what you'd be paying on AliExpress, simply drop shipping the product, and also for the shipping over to whatever country you're trying to sell in. In our case, it would be Germany or some other unsaturated country. So yeah, that's a very simple way to do it, guys. It's not that hard. Like me personally, for the product that I'm doing, I only had to order 24 units, which cost me around, I believe, 180 something dollars. However, so that cost me like seven. I think it was like $9 a unit or something, but I'm selling it for $60 basically. So there's a huge markup on that, and I'm going to be able to do that because I'm putting my logo onto my product. So we're going to go ahead and we can message the supplier. You guys can do that for your product. So go ahead, uh, find your supplier on here, find your product on here, and message at least 3 to 5 suppliers to see what their minimum order quantity is for putting your logo on your product, and also shipping time. See how long it takes to ship them out. So let's say, hey, just ask them if they do drop shipping initially, and tell them, hey, I have customers in Germany, and I was wondering how long it would take to ship it over to there. Like for me, my product is anywhere from 10 to 15 days, which is obviously better than 99% of the AliExpress shipping times. And my supplier, like what I'm going to do, what I was talking to them about, and you guys can do the same as well, is talk to them about ordering your product, all that up front at first, and then as the orders start coming in, you can use them as a storage facility initially before, if you don't want to go ahead and send your product over to a warehouse or some other fulfillment agency or a fulfillment center, like ShipBob or some other place in Germany. Which is something that I haven't done yet personally. I've done some research on fulfillment centers you can use in Germany. However, I did not look into the like all the logistics and stuff. I didn't really contact them yet because I just wanted to use Alibaba warehouses and stuff first, using them first, and then when I started getting more orders in, that's when I want to start sending in inventory to these fulfillment centers. So yeah, that's what you guys want to do when it comes to putting your logo onto your product. It's really not that hard. The only thing you just have to worry about is ordering in bulk and figuring out what the minimum order quantity is, or the mock for your suppliers. Um, also, like I said, once you start getting more orders in, that's when you start sending your inventory over to facilities. Also, is finding an agent and shipping these fulfillment centers, especially if you're trying to do it internationally. So let's say you're taking your inventory, shipping it over to ShipBob or some other fulfillment center that's in Germany. You would have to figure out how much exactly it's going to cost you, especially if you're trying to do it, like I said, internationally. So if your fulfillment center is in the U.S., it's going to cost you more to send your product out, uh, overseas than it is if you have a fulfillment center in Germany and then sending it out. It's going to be much cheaper. I did the calculations for ShipBob. It was like $15, and then if I were to sell at a fulfillment center in Germany, I think it was like anywhere from $5 to $9 or $10. So that's basically going to be a big difference, especially down the future when you're trying to bring up your profit margin. So finding an agent, that's something you guys definitely want to do when you start getting your product up and going. Like I said in the beginning, you don't have to worry about that. You can fulfill orders yourself, send your supplier on Alibaba a Excel sheet. You can do that, and then they'll process all those orders for you and then start sending those out. And finding an agent is going to be really good because it's going to be able to they're going to be able to bring the price down for you guys and do all the fulfillment and work for you, so you wouldn't have to do anything. Now, once you get further on, start getting a lot more sales and stuff, using fulfillment centers is going to be much easier, and having your agent or having some type of VA that's going to be able to go through your website and fulfill orders for you, that's going to put your store onto autopilot. So that's going to be very useful, and basically put your store hands off. And that's something that we definitely want to do. We want to make the store as passive as possible without cutting our losses, or not cutting our losses, like lowering the profit margins and stuff. So going on to the next thing is, I guess I already went over this, how to put your logo on your product. It's very simple to do, guys. And also, when I get my products and I have my samples coming in right now, I am going to be filming my own ads. So when I film my own ads, you guys don't have to do them. Like, if you don't have a camera, you don't have to. That's fine. What I would do is take your product, go on Fiverr, go on Upwork, find somebody that knows how to film ads with products and have a cover letter. Got a lot of projects and work that they can show, just to give you a good idea of what you'd be working with and what you're paying for, so you know exactly what you're going to get in return for these product videos. Because I've done that multiple times. Like I said, I've been on Amazon FBA before. I've sent my product over to these people, and they can film really good videos for your product so that you can sell it, have a good selling point, and have a really good ad creative. Now, what I would do is have at least 3 to 5 ad creatives that you want to have made. So if you guys want to send, uh, you know, a decent amount to different sellers on Fiverr to really mix up the variants, that's fine. But at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm sure whoever you can send all your samples to one person, and they're going to be able to make good variants for you. And like what I would do is send some of the variants to yourself, and then send some of the other ones to someone on Fiverr. So you really just get a good mix together. So you can have really good scroll stoppers, or really good ad creatives and content inside that's not going to look too similar or the same. But yeah, you guys get the whole idea. But yeah, guys, that's all I really want to talk about in this video, because this is the starting stages of me trying to get my product brand, my one store, or not my one store, my one product brand up and going in Germany, because this is something that I feel like is really, it's going to be really powerful with me, because a lot of times I've been running these generic stores, and they haven't they you don't really get a brand connection with your customers if you're just running a, uh, a generic store with selling a whole bunch of products. Now down in the future, it would probably be okay to add different products to the store, especially if you're trying to upsell other products related to your niche, like the posture corrector. You could probably add, I don't know, maybe these type of knee braces, or I don't know, some other type of, maybe like a back brace or something like that, something that's related in your store, and really create a niche store and then branch out from there. So that's something that you guys should look into. But this is just you and me, guys. You're just joining me on my journey to build this store. It's really a set goal for me to have it up and going, and at least doing 5 to 6 figure months by the end of the year. That is my plan, and I just have a lot of goals for myself. Like these past couple years, I haven't been really reaching the goals that I set for myself, and really this year I'm trying to kick it off. So hopefully you guys can stick with me and really learn for yourself. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, make sure you mention them down below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. And if you guys want any type of Shopify content that I didn't mention in this video or the last video, make sure you tell it to me, because my next video I'm going to be showing you guys how to test for your Facebook ads, what I'm doing personally for my Facebook ads. I'm not going to give too much advice, because honestly, for me, I haven't really seen that much success on Shopify. I'm just showing my journey so far on what I'm doing, so that you guys can maybe join along with me and learn along with me. So if that makes sense. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.